Much like the universe, little is actually known about No Man's Sky prior to release. Hello Games promised players with 18 quintillion stars to explore, and have succeeded on that front, although it turns out that might not be a good thing. What players were most curious about in No Man's Sky was its gameplay mechanics and what they were going to be. As it turns out, No Man's Sky focuses on inventory management and paper-thin survival game tropes. As your player character traverses planets, a multitude of bars will trickle down ever so slightly. Finding the right elements to recharge these bars are no difficult task, making the act of refilling your life support for the umpteenth time feel more like a chore and less like a gameplay mechanic. No Man's Sky's biggest downer is your limited inventory. After your player character's tiny storage fills up, you're able to transfer materials to your ship's inventory, which, as it turns out, isn't much bigger. Again, this begins feeling like a chore as you constantly have to pick and choose what items you want to carry, or make repeated trips to a space station to sell your goods. As you progress through the game, you do unlock more spaces in your inventory and can buy larger ships, but the first few hours of No Man's Sky feels like a slog. There are objectives in the game which give your character meaning as he or she floats from system to system. However, most of the time you'll take on the role of a space trucker, peddling your wares across the galaxy. Sellable items are often found on planets in the shape of ores, whether it be gold or aluminum, and you're tasked to mine out these massive veins. The act of mining in No Man's Sky, however, is a massive grind, especially if your mining equipment isn't upgraded. After you sell your rare ores for galactic credit, aka space bucks, you can buy new ships and crafting material. The ship design in No Man's Sky takes motivation from a variety of sci-fi aesthetics, with almost X-Wing looking crafts to ships I swear I've seen in Cowboy Bebop. The general look and art style of the game is colorful and appeals to the eye, however the quality is dampened by the massive draw-in, with textures taking seconds to load in after arriving on a planet. The intrinsic hook of No Man's Sky, that being the seemingly infinite amount of planets and solar systems to explore, has its ups and downs. The ups involve finding aesthetically interesting planets that feature vast oceans, giant cliffs, and a variety of wildlife. The downs, which are more common, are the completely desolate planets that range in colors, but all include mountain ranges for you to slowly jetpack over and next to no fauna. Unfortunately these, give me a second. Unfortunately, these turd planets are plentiful and expect to come across them constantly. It's hard to bust No Man's Sky for trying though, and in many regards they succeeded on what they had promised fans. The game really does make you feel small, like a tiny speck in the universe. After meeting countless aliens, finding a decent amount of animal species, and taking in the views from a multitude of planets, I still feel like I haven't made a dent in No Man's Sky. And I haven't, which is exciting in its own way. I'll always know I can come back to No Man's Sky and see something new. And sure, it might just be another turd planet, but it'll be a new and exciting turd planet. No Man's Sky gets 3 torches out of 5, making up for its lacking gameplay with an otherworldly sense of grandeur.